Good day, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be discussing My Hero Academia chapter 318. Yeah, of course, spoiler alert before we get into it. And this title, or at least the title of this chapter, is titled Reckless. This would be a shorter review because not a lot actually happened in this chapter. Yeah, let's dive straight into it. So, chapter starts off with Endeavor placing a call to Deku and basically telling him, like the title says, you're being reckless. You dive in headfirst into things. We understand why you're trying to protect people, but you're going and going and going, and this is kinda, as the title said again, reckless. Your body is going to give out sooner or later. Um, we then see a panel with Deku, of course, walking, and the vestiges behind him, and they're trying to talk to him and tell him, your wounds aren't healed, so try to rest. Of course, using the fourth quirk, we see Deku sensing danger and jumps off like Superman to save the day again. And we see now that all of the at least all of the vestiges now inside him are speaking and trying to figure out, what to do, because Nana thinks she's burdening him with this, and then the fourth and the third, and everybody's having a discussion on what to do. However, the interesting part now is the second and the third. So the second says he's choosing the right path. Inaction is not an option, especially given the circumstances. Um, but he also admits that if they or asked if there is something that they could do to bolster Izuku at the moment, because they see that he's tired and he's burnt out basically. So they want to actually help him and try to kind of keep him alive. And again, we see Deku jumping around the city, saving people from villains. We see a few quick panels of different villains and different battles. People mistaking him for actually a Nomu because he looks kind of villainous with his destroyed suit and multiple quirks. And again, we see Deku thinking to himself, he needs to end this, he needs to stop All for One, Shigaraki, the League of Villains, so he could go back to his friends, to his tutors, and smile with everyone, even his parents, or his parent. So we get little glimpses of that. And again, more glimpses of him stopping villains who are after him. So nothing major, really. We then cut to the important part of the chapter now, and that is Deku running into Dictator, who's a villain who uses basically puppet like strings to control people. Kind of like Naruto, how Kankuro uses his chakra to control puppets, but he could also use it on people, like how they did it with Sakura. So this is what Dictator basically does, and he's controlling a group of people to attack Deku. Of course, Deku is not going to kill the people to get to him, so we see Deku being swarmed by him, trying to plan out what to do next. But in doing so, we see him fall to the ground, kind of trying to figure out his plan. And this is where the chapter gets interesting. Sadly, it's the last page, and that is Bakugo jumping in with AP shot and taking out Dictator from above, like a sniper headshot, taking him out. And he says on the phone that, "Hey guys, I found him." Meaning he found Deku, they were looking for him. So I'm guessing he is informing the other students that he found him, and the chapter ends there. We do have no chapter next week, however, the next chapter for this is on the 11th. So yeah, again, this is a quick review because not much actually happened this chapter, even though it was kind of wordy. It didn't have much in it. Um, so my thing is, again, I think Bakugo is actually the second. You have plenty of people against that, but the way he's speaking and looking out for Midoriya, for some reason it reminds me of Bakugo. Also, the hair, um, Bakugo doesn't have a scar on his face at least yet, so we don't know. But that's just my opinion. That's what I think it is. I think that essentially there's some time travel involved somehow. We don't know how, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, not a lot really actually happened in this chapter. I'm wondering now if the school students are going to come to join Midoriya and help him on his mission, what's going to happen? MHA has been pretty unpredictable for the most part for the longest while, and I enjoy that. However, it has been kind of slow at parts like this chapter. We took a whole chapter just to get mini flashbacks and things like that. as well as Deku stopping a bunch of heroes looking like an Omu. I mean, I get it, but it's kind of slow. Not much progression chapter wise. So I know it's needed to progress the story, of course, so that's good. But all in all, it wasn't much to cover. So again, short review. Let me know what you guys think below. If you think again Bakugo is number 2 or not. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.